of Medeiros. So we are going to be looking at what is next in your money path. And I always shuffle all the decks before I start. As I was shuffling the tea leaves, kid you not, coins came out. It says money will be coming to you. So for me, this is a great affirmation of, okay, we need to talk about this. Spirit wants to talk about that. All right, so I'm going to slide that back in. I just was like, okay, I guess we're going to start now. So yeah, I always give him a quick shuffle before I do my little intro, but apparently that's just where we're at today. Sure. Okay. That being said, we're going to be looking at what's next on your money path. Clearly, something's coming in. Money is coming into you. So I'm going to be looking at what you need to let go and what you need to let in. Because I myself am going through a lot of, well, re-education, if you will, when it comes to money and my relationship with it, an outlook of it, that too. But just the idea of like money is energy, and I know I definitely have some money blocks happening too, and I feel like a lot of us may be dealing with that as well. So I felt called to do that, and that was a nice little confirmation we had at the beginning. So we're gonna get into it. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 piles. We're gonna do what you need to let go of, and then what you need to let in. Okay. So we're gonna get our tea leaves. Man, if that card comes up again, I'm going to like, okay. What can you do? You can't write it sometimes. You really can't. No, see those 2. And that one. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, why does it never fill? I start reading and my nose is like, now is the time to drain completely. What if we don't? Alright, so letting go. Gonna get a card for letting go. And then a card, I'm going to put these to the side, or Cozy Witch Tarot, for what do we need to let in? We as the general collective we. I'm reading with the normal tarot card, even though it's 99 cards in this deck. It is a huge deck. They're kind of more like oracle cards, to be honest. Okay, so, ooh. But some of the cards can be really brutal. So if those cards come up, we will be putting something on top of them because YouTube. Because the corporate overlords have very strict policies about what we can and cannot show. Whoop. Okay, that's spoiler. Okay. I don't know, I'm seeing this one as well. Okay. Sometimes you get 1 card, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 3. Ready to get some sassy affirmations for each. Really? Okay, we're going to split the difference. Yeah, okay. So we have 2 piles. All right. Okay, so let's first dive into get the pile. What you need to let go of. Yeah, we'll grab this one. Can't show mermaids being mermaids. Anyways, it says no more one-sided love stories. If they're not choosing you to, move on. Ooh, okay. Getting a sense of like, no, in frame. Message of self-worth. Something you need to let go of is one-sided love stories. Cut the cord. Your peace isn't up for negotiation. Okay. I love this deck. And then why not you? Okay, so something you need to let go of is negative self-talk. Your self-worth. Your peace isn't up for negotiation. Like the one-sided relationships. I get a sense of, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. I mean, love, that could be romantic for someone, for some people. But that can be in any relationship or partnership where you're clearly putting in all of the effort and then the other person is just reaping the rewards or just kind of along for the ride and not really putting any effort in. It's like, no more of that. No more of this one-sided relationship in any capacity, in business, partnerships, friendships, romance, whatever it is. If they're not investing in you the way you're investing in them, or the situation, maybe it's even a job, it's like if you're putting in all this effort into something and nothing's happening, that could be something, and that could deal with your peace as well. If there are people who are perhaps bringing in unwanted drama or stress, or there's a lot of things I think to touch on here. And then the quote, why not you? This self-doubt. So we have balance. Yeah, you need to let go of stuff to regain balance. Maulisa. I'm so sorry I mispronounced that. I probably did. But the key word there for that deity is balance. The sun and the moon. The 9th of autumn. I'm going to have to look these up. This is still a new deck for me. And the 8th of summer. Okay. Let's see. I have a little cheat sheet here. The deck comes with like a little... Again, there's a lot of cards in this deck. All right, autumn. It's on the back. Ooh, the 9th of autumn. Non-monetary material joy, friends, and fun. I got the phrase of like, what does success look like for you? Some people might view, and we were talking about like our relationship collectively with money, the energy of money, with what that means socially, all of that stuff. It's, some people view success as like, I have 7 cars and 3 houses and a beach house and the latest in this. And it's like, but are you happy? What success sometimes doesn't mean monetary things. It can be the joy of people. And that could be also part, of cutting the cords for like your peace. Where do you have fun? Where do you feel like you can safely be your most authentic self? There's something to say about being surrounded by people and feeling alone. And there's something to say about being surrounded by community or friends or your people and feeling safe and feeling like you can be just you. You don't have to put on masks or pretenses. All right, so this is getting preachy. We're going to leave it there. 8th of summer. I'm like, yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that a lot. I feel it a lot. Summer. The nervous energy of excitement. Ooh, okay, yeah, these people are all like preparing maybe for a big feast, maybe for a party as well. Something you may need to let go of is, again, this idea of success. Success equals money. Sometimes success can be having a bunch of people over to celebrate a season, or something, and maybe something important, or just nothing at all. Just like, hey, we're having a game night kind of thing like that. There's something of a viewpoint that needs to change very much internally. So it definitely, they're talking about multiple things here. Okay. Ooh, and you have the card Let It Burn. With this, it's very kind of surreal imagery with the fox, and there's like a bird's nest and the moon in the bird's nest. Drawing down the moon, bringing down the moon. Maybe something that rebalancing with your spiritual side. And Let It Burn is very, I feel in this case, always practice fire safety. If you're going to, quote, metaphorically I'm prefacing this with metaphorically burn anything, or physically burn something, like maybe you write down what you're getting rid of, what you're letting go of, and you make like a little note or affirmation yourself. I'm letting go of this. I'm letting go of this to bring something in, to bring in, monetary wealth for these reasons, like whatever your spell, your intentions, and then you burn it, which is, a great way to do that. Fire safety, just general fire safety, fire safe dishes, whether it's cast iron, you have a fire pit outside, like I always want to be like, okay, let it burn. Yes, but also fire safety. All right. Okay, let's see. Torch. Ooh, torch and fire safety. Let it burn. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So perhaps this is even say, like, let the old thought process patterns, let that burn away. Let it go. Just let it go. Hi, are you coming over? My kitty cat. Are you going to grace us with your presence? You're thinking about it. Your little paws are up on here. Okay, hi. Well, you've now had a black cat walk across, or walk onto. You haven't walked across yet. Walking onto your reed. There we go. So I guess you're lucky. Ma'am. God. Ma'am, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Could you, miss? Her name is Midnight. She does this. All right. You're done? We investigated. Oh, is this in your way? I'm so sorry. There you go. Is that better? Yeah, we're just going to put it up there. Please don't knock it over. Anyways. All right. Cat interlude. All right. So you have grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay. Going back to balance. Here. These could be situations up here where you're talking about like your peace, cutting cords, one-sided relationships, even like those can be things that do require a delicate handling. It is a delicate balance. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. We were just talking about like bringing down the moon and your spiritual practice. Yeah, so you have some pretty big mental things. I feel like you're being encouraged to let go of, to recalibrate, or just, I don't want to say rethink, but just, yeah, consider that. Ooh, the cozy. You're coming back over. Ma'am. Hey, you can't keep doing this. Ma'am. Midnight, come on. No, leave the rock alone. That's so I know I don't go out of bounds. Thank you. She's knocked him off before. Okay, the cozy witch, which is 0, which is the fool. Take a chance. Each morning is a new beginning. So yeah, there's definitely an outlook that needs to change. The 10 of Swords. Hurt people, hurt witches. This situations in the balance that require careful handling. That could be part of that shift, understanding that even though it does not excuse the behavior, understanding perhaps where these people are coming from or where the situations arose from. If you're using the example of like a job that just is not fulfilling, or it's like, well, okay, well, how did we even get here? And sometimes there was a need for security. There's all these circumstances that could have led you to that. Oh my God. Could you not? Thank you. There's interruptions. God, I lost my train of thought. Goodness. But you got to a certain place, but understanding how you got there and giving yourself grace, even with a relationship with another person. It's like, okay, how did we come to this? And, it could have been like when the two of you came together, you yourself were in a very different mindset, very different phase of your life. And now things have changed. and you want to move forward. And so this could be a delicate situation, especially if it's close friends, if it's family, if it's relations. It could be a coworker, a boss. Things might need a delicate hand. And understanding that reactivity, hurt people. If you respond from a place of hurt, of heightened emotion, that often ends up in more hurt and more heightened emotion. So it could be, these situations could be something that maybe you do need to rebalance yourself, ground, look for spiritual guidance, do meditations, depending on your religious or spiritual practice, seeking out someone in, I'm saying like if you're Christian, your priest or your rabbi, if you're Jewish, like someone in a position who can give you spiritual guidance. If you are pagan, like there's a high priest, high priestess, or doing tarot reads, like whatever it is, like looking at your spiritual guidance with your angels here to kind of help you gently guide you through what you need to let go of. The Page of Swords. Curiosity is a type of magic, and they're here at this little book, this little mobile book nook library. So yeah, there could be you seeking guidance or education from an official source, I want to say. And then again, that could be through educating yourself or someone else helping you find the answers. But be curious, dig a little bit, Don't be afraid to burn it down, metaphorically speaking. Don't want anybody to go commit arson because they're like, well, the cards told me to. Please don't. Good Lord, please don't. Jeez Louise. But metaphorically speaking, like if you feel like you need to just fresh start, burn it down, rebalance yourself, recalibrate, that's a big inner journey to go through. And there's no harm, no foul in like asking for help. Okay. 7 of Wands. It says witches should hold other witches accountable. Yeah. There could be, I get the sense of not just holding others accountable, again we were talking about up here, but also holding yourself accountable. And it's, again, we're human, we are messy creatures, and sometimes looking back on how you got to a situation, where you're coming from, especially when it deals with money and the idea of success, the idea of growth and like what that looks like for you. Sometimes you need to hold others accountable, but you also need to hold yourself accountable. There's a balance there. It's frequently a two-way street, and it takes a lot of emotional maturity to hold yourself accountable and to admit, how things have changed, or, that can be a big journey. So I feel like you are either in this process or you're about to kind of start this process. And this is going to be key to like money coming in, wealth coming in, is shifting your outlook on the support systems around you, on your internal support systems, your spiritual support systems. Like there's, even if it's, again, just meditating, taking an honest look at yourself and the environment around you. Woo! That was a lot. Yeah. You're a very strong person. It takes a lot to recognize this. It does. So even if it feels daunting, I would say don't shy away from it, because these are giving the vibes of like, you can do this. You have people, entities, deities, guides on the other side who are rooting for you. They feel as well that you can do this. You absolutely can do this. All right, so this is what you need to bring in, what you need to let in to bring in wealth. So it says, you absolutely can do that thing you never thought you could. Ooh, okay. So it's like by getting rid of the self-doubt, like the why not you, you absolutely can do the thing you never thought you could. Ooh. Okay, it says, draw your boundaries and defend them with honor. We were just saying about boundaries with people. Okay, those are pretty much, yeah, what we've been talking about. The card's like, Nimitona, safe space. Ooh. Okay. And this, cut the cord, your piece isn't up for negotiation. What you need to bring in, I have a feeling, is like, let me move this over a little bit, like cultivating your safe space. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, cultivating your safe space, your boundaries, and defending those. Oh, goodness. Give me a sec. Which one is that? They unfortunately don't number this. I'm going to get the book because I am not the best with pronouncing names. So we are going to... But this says Sacred Medicine. Let's see. What is it? Asclepios. Asclepios? That was the phonetic pronunciation he put in here. So while we have this open, I'll just read from it. Because here we are. Was the greatest healer of the ancient world. As a baby, he glowed with a halo of golden light. By the age of 6, Asclepios could name every medicinal plant and understood basic anatomy. Mentored by Chiron, the centaur, which Chiron, if you're familiar with astrology, there's an asteroid called that, and it's Chiron the Wounded Healer. So it's interesting we have healing here. He matured into a consummate physician, surgeon, and pioneer in scientific medicine. His vast sanctuary at Medeiros comprised of a sports stadium, theater, baths, a dream temple, and a hospital. He believed that the injured and infirmed needed medical treatments in combination with exercise, music, dance, and story. His priests would record patients' dreams and use the information to prescribe a cure. The serpent-entwined rod is a symbol for numerous medicinal institutes today. Oh, okay, yep. Usually you see it's it's a staff with the 2 snakes going down. I forget the name of it, but it's, that's typically what you see for like medicine. Sacred medicine, healing. Bringing in healing. I feel like the work you do here, the things you're letting go here, directly as a result, that it just automatically starts to bring in things like healing, a safe space, your boundaries, and defending those boundaries, like standing by those boundaries, and realizing you can do, why not you, and going like, no, I can do that. You can absolutely do that, whatever it is. The 8th of autumn, the spring night, the 3rd spring night, and the 2nd summer night. Again, this idea of like defending your boundaries. We have 2 nights here in this deck. The summer and the spring night. And the 8th of bottom. All right, let me get my little cheat sheet. Summer night. Which one? 2. Ooh. So the key phrase for the 2nd summer night is, you can't save everyone, but you must try. That could be something to do with these cutting the cords. We were talking about like those boundaries where it's like you set the boundaries and the delicate handling of the people, the situations in which how those are changing. There's nothing wrong with like setting boundaries and then giving people a chance to respect those boundaries, like in action. So it's kind of saying like, set your boundaries, give people the opportunity to, it's the ball's in their court, whether or not they respect those boundaries. However, if they don't, if they continue on old patterns, which says more about them than it does you, you have the right to defend that boundary and say, no, I set it here for a reason. You're not allowed to just walk all over that. Ooh. So the spring night, the third spring night, is a true test of readiness. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we were just saying. It's like, oh, I still have the 8th at bottom. Like putting those boundaries in place and then being ready to defend them, because some people will be like, oh, they don't really mean that. I speak from experience where it's like you lay down a boundary and you're like, no, this is what I need. And the person says, oh, yeah, sure. And then like when it comes to actually respect that boundary, they just blow right through it. And it's like, no, I said no. I put that boundary there for a reason. So being ready to defend what you've set in place. Being ready to defend your safe space, defend, your peace as well. All right, so autumn. 8th of autumn. Ooh, hard work paying off. Okay. Yeah, the hard work you're putting in here, the things you're letting go of, it's paying off. You have this person kind of walking into a party. That's fantastic. And it's very much, I feel like people have many bodies. You have the physical body, the mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. And as these things come in, as those 4 bodies come into balance, it gives the opportunity for everything else to shift and change as well. Because it's like we were talking about earlier, trying to remember what exactly I said. I can't recall, but and again, my cat's in the background just causing a ruckus. The idea of like what our society deems as like successful. Oh my God, that bell on you. Are you done? No, she's never done. The idea of success and what that means for some people is like having a lot of money and material goods, but then they're not happy. They're constantly looking for something else. And it's interesting to see the people who have done the deep emotional work, when they come into wealth and money, they then make a difference, not only in their lives, but in their community and the lives around them. I'm just throwing out an example off the top of my head, but like Dolly Parton, if you're familiar with her story and her background, what she did, she came from extreme poverty. But when she came into success and money, she came from a very healed and grounded place, a very emotionally mature place, and turned around and gave that a lot back to her community. Again, you can look into her story, but it's one that's very inspiring. It really is. Okay. Grow your wishes. And there's dandelions with, again, very surreal painting. There's like faces in those dandelions. A little creepy, but it's okay. It's spooky season. At least when this goes up. It's really a timeless read. Grow your wishes. Yes. By letting this go, this heavy, challenging energy go, you're in a place to really grow your wishes. I don't know what else to say besides that. Ooh, success. You got the, what was this? The Astral House. There's 12, it's a 200 card deck, and there's only 12 of the green cards, which are Astral Houses. So you got success. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Pin, a new career or job. Okay, yeah. And that is directly, I feel, linked to that money, that success, how you define it. And it, cat is just, cat confirmation, I guess. Good Lord. You're a mess. Oh my God. I feel like that's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Letting in, also like letting in yourself having fun, And I don't know, I get the 8th of autumn, the hard work paying off. And because you've been working on this balance as well, it's like hard work, but also having fun. Cat in the background. It's like that work and play. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the work and the play. And that could be doing that thing you never thought you could do. And it could be a shift in career, whether it's changing careers or completely, or it's just a new job in the same career, or it's even a different avenue in the same career. It's clearly you're making a shift because you've done the work to kind of look inside yourself and be like, what is not working? What do I need to focus on to heal? She's ridiculous. Okay. She's just staring at her and she's just like, what? Anyways. Ooh, we have the Lovers. And it says, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. Yeah. Will you or won't you? Ultimately, all of this, you always have free will. No card read is ever going to tell you what you can and cannot do. That is no. The Lovers ultimately is a card about choice. Yes, it is two things coming together, two entities, two enterprises, two people coming together, but it is a choice to do that. So you ultimately have the choice and the power in here. 4 of Swords. And it says, why aren't you resting? That could be part of the balance. Going from like a workaholic mentality into someone who works hard, but also knows how to play. How to meditate, go to a safe space. God, the cat is just losing. Are you okay? Jeez. Nope. She's in a mood. Oh my God, she's in a mood right now. Do you have the zoomies? Is that what's happening? I don't even know. So, yeah, this balance of work and play. Clearly in the background, just like the cat. Be like the cat. Justice. It says, stick with your truth and everything will turn out just fine. Yeah. So, finding your truth in your career, in your path, maybe even shifting from a career or an avenue that's like more you can be more authentically yourself. Maybe it is something in justice, something in social justice as well. There's a lot happening right now in the world when this goes out. Social justice is definitely something that needs our attention and support. 100%. Yeah. That's awesome. If that resonates with you, that is awesome. Temperance. A lot of majors. You already got 3 majors here. The Lovers, Justice, you have Temperance. And it says, let go of self-imposed limitations. That's basically these. I'm just going to put this right here. These 2 cards right here. Temperance is also about balance. Self-imposed limitations. Like, what are the things that you have been told and you internalized? For whatever reason, again, give yourself the grace of, you can hold yourself accountable for perhaps old systems or beliefs that are no longer working for you, but do so with grace. Because, be gentle with yourself. I'm just getting this sense of like, this is a big shift. Don't be harsh on yourself. The Good Luck Charm, which is the Wheel of Fortune in a traditional deck. And it says, if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. So yeah, this idea of like, if things are not working out for you, spell work is similar to prayer, to meditation, it's putting your intentions out into the world. What are your intentions? And what is the energy behind those intentions? It's the energy and the intention. What are you putting out in the world? And by doing these deep dives, you're able to kind of make yourself your own good luck charm, I feel. Or even like wearing a charm, wearing a bracelet, something to like daily remind you of your capabilities, that you can do that thing. You know, you can be your authentic self. And the world, wow. So if you are going through this, letting go of these things, if you are about to embark on that, by doing so, you are bringing in some really big shifts, because you have the world and basically the Wheel of Fortune, the good luck charm. And it says, yeah, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment as well here. And that's the world. It's a cycle. You know, something ends so something can begin. It's a constant cycle. There's a celebration here. There's butterflies surrounding this person. You know, it's a big transformation. And it's all connected. Things are so interconnected. It's crazy sometimes. The Page of Wands, it says, just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. Yeah. I don't think you're someone who's afraid of hard work. I think that you're someone who's like, you realize and understand that's like, yeah, I want to make this shift. I want to follow this new path. It's going to be a lot of work, but you're not afraid of it. You know, clearly you've been working hard. It's just shifting how you work. The phrase like work smarter, not harder is coming in. And the Ace of Wands, a lot of fire energy. Yeah. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. Or is that it? I don't know. Oh, Seven of Wands over here. Ace of Wands, it says, don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Yeah, something that really lights up your spirit. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for your light to shine, for you to shine in the world, I think. And from all of this, by letting go, by letting these things in, you are changing your energy and making you more open to wealth and growth. Yeah, that coming in, that feels pretty straightforward. And at the bottom of the deck, ooh, we have the Five of Swords. You can't be right all of the time. Yeah, you can't be right all the time. And it's okay. It's okay sometimes to be wrong. I think that's the overlying message here, is like, it's okay to walk away. This person, these three people are obviously walking away from each other. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to be wrong about things. Again, we were talking about like holding yourself accountable. Because from that, even if people's paths diverge, you know, there's the dog here, this little Dalmatian puppy right there. You still have people who will be loyal to you. Yeah, I get the sense of like, you can't be right all the time, but give yourself the grace that you're learning. You're human. We're all human. It's messy. This life is messy. It's okay. Yeah, give yourself that grace. Absolutely. So that is what I see for what's up next in your money path. You've been on a journey. You're starting a journey, you're in the middle of a journey, but you've been letting things go. And by doing that, naturally, because you've let things go, you've made space for things to come in. And as these new things come in that clearly light up your soul, your spirit, like your passions, your inner fire, as those come in, you're going to find it so much easier, and wealth and money and that stability from all of that comes in much easier too. So that is what I see in your reading. So thank you so much. If you like the vibe of this, please like, subscribe, super helpful for the channel. We also have a membership with Buy Me a Coffee for $5 a month. You can get some extra videos. We post there 3 times a week. I think there's like 30 videos up so far. And they're not videos anywhere on the YouTube channel. So you can also check that out. So I think that's all a little housekeeping. And yeah, if you've stuck with me so far, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're just trying to build a little community here on YouTube, and have fun and read cards. I find it very grounding personally. So this is part of my own practice, my own day-to-day stuff. All right, so thank you so much, and until I see you next time, take care of yourself, stay safe, and I love you. Okay? Bye-bye.